Hi, I'm Danny O'Leary, Client Solutions Director with IEG Consulting. IEG has launched a groundbreaking news service for tracking and monitoring broadcast sponsorship integration and advertising called ImageTrack, powered by Kantar Media. This sophisticated online tool tracks, measures, and values broadcast and advertising exposure received by sponsoring brands, delivering to sponsors and rights holders syndicated data for a host of televised sports properties as well as custom reports. Although analyzing broadcast exposure is nothing new, ImageTrack introduces a number of game-changing elements that take this component of sponsorship measurement to an entirely new level, making it much more valuable. ImageTrack deliverables begin by using state-of-the-art broadcast tracking and measurement software to qualify and quantify the exposure by source, location, size, and clarity for in-broadcaster exposure value. This allows us to accurately and objectively determine how much broadcast exposure a sponsor earns. This data is then filtered through IEG Consulting's sponsor-endorsed methodology to determine the sponsor's advertising equivalency and sponsorship integration value. After the broadcast is tracked and measured, the data is then uploaded to either a syndicated or customized online portal where users can examine, filter, segment, and extract the data to obtain the information they need. Some of the tracking and measuring outputs IEG's ImageTrack delivers are discounted media exposure value based on factors such as location, source, clarity, and clutter, advertising equivalency values based on the source's total duration and actual audience sizes, the total broadcast audience reached and where exposure occurred by network and channel, and lastly, a visual verification of in-broadcast exposure by source to document media value. In addition to exposure and audience data, ImageTrack can also provide sponsorship rights fees for each sponsor of a property, providing essential context for determining value, each sponsor's actual advertising spend, not rate card estimates compiled by Kantar Media's ad spender, and fan avidity information to understand where brands and properties rank among audience members. The addition of this critical information transforms ImageTrack from a single source media monitor into a multi-dimensional tool that accurately documents the value of sponsorship and advertising exposure. ImageTrack offers sponsors, advertisers, and rights holders pre-tracked and measured syndicated broadcast exposure reports for a host of televised sports properties and events, including the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament and National Championship, the NHL Stanley Cup Finals, the NBA Finals, the USGA US Open, the MLB Home Run Derby, All-Star Game, and World Series, NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, and lastly, the 32 college football bowl games. If your sponsorship assessment needs to extend beyond exposure value and across multiple partnerships, ImageTrack offers customized in-depth analysis into how your programs are performing, including analyzing sponsorship exposure from additional televised properties and events, unique intelligence such as audience research, valuation of non-televised tangible and intangible sponsorship elements, year-over-year comparisons and competitive activity, and insights and opinions from IEG's consultants who will extract the meaning behind the numbers and give you direction for improving your sponsorship's performance. Overall, ImageTrack is a powerful tool and can be an essential part of a sponsor's or property's evaluation and management plan, helping to determine real exposure value based on actual sponsorship and advertising costs, pinpoint what's working and what's not, identify changes to make to improve performance, discover untapped sources of exposure value, gauge your performance against all other sponsors of the property, deliver specific results as part of your reporting to internal and external partners, and establish benchmarks for future performance. For more information about ImageTrack or to schedule a demo, please contact me today.